My name is Leanne Petrin. I'm the Affordable Housing Programs Coordinator with the Brandon Neighborhood Renewal Corporation. And I'll be working with people to take in the application and pass it on to our selection committee. But thank you for coming out tonight, and we hope that you'll ask lots of questions. And when you leave, we hope you'll understand the whole process of STEPP Homes, how it works, all the questions you want answered. So we'll start off by saying, Glenn, what are we starting off by saying?
Welcome.
Well, welcome. We're here for two homes. There are two homes that are available. They're available for sale for $126,500. That's what they'll be purchased for. They're both sides of a duplex. And each of them are 3 bedrooms. So Glenn will explain a little bit more about how we're able to charge so little for these homes. And on Sunday, we're holding an open house. So, you'll be able to come and take a look at the homes and ask even more questions as they come up to you. But what I'll do is I'll start by talking about, presumably you're here because you understand that STEPP, this is a home ownership program. These are homes that are built, and the opportunity is for mid to low income families to be able to afford to move out of rental and move into home ownership. This is a really difficult thing to do in our current marketplace. Rents are so high and expenses are so high.
Should I use the model to explain that?
Sure, if you want to do that first.
Okay. As Leanne was stating, the whole purpose of this is to move people from rental into home ownership. Because when you rent, what you're doing is you're taking money from your pocket that you've earned and you're putting it into the pocket of the landlord. And so that gets you nowhere. When you own your own home, you're taking money from your own pocket and you're putting it in your other pocket in forms of equity because you've paid down your mortgage. So when you end up selling the home, you get money back. Whereas if you rent, you don't get ahead. So there are 2 main problems or difficulties for people moving from rental into home ownership. One is that the cost of the house is too high, and the second one is that a lot of people do not have the down payment. So using our STEPP model, we will address both of those problems. Now, STEPP stands for Solutions to End Poverty Permanently. Again, the concept, moving from rental into home ownership, so you get ahead by paying down your mortgage. So what I have done here is a little display. And for the sake of this display, we'll just say that each of these houses, just for simplicity's sake, is worth is worth $100,000. Okay? This one is built in the private market, and this one is built by us, the Canadian Mental Health Association. And so the first problem we're going to address is we need to lower the cost of the house. So remember, we as a not-for-profit organization, we don't charge a profit. So we're here to break even. We're not here to make money. So what we do is we take off the profit portion of home sales. The other part that happens is that all of our land for all of our homes right now has been gifted to us by the City of Brandon, who gave us 5 lots, well actually 6 lots, and a private individual who gave us another large lot where we're building 4 condos on. So the land is gifted to us. In addition to that, we apply for government grants and do some fundraising. So we again knock off a portion of it. So what we've done, at least in this model, is that we've reduced the price of the house significantly. So that's the first thing we've done, is that we've lowered the cost of the house. Now the second barrier is that in order to borrow money from a bank, you need a down payment, a cash down payment. Well, what we do is, remember, this house is still worth the $100,000. All you have to do in this model is to borrow $50,000. in this model. So a credit union is able to take out a first mortgage against a house that's worth $100,000, and they're only lending you $50,000. So they have their mortgage secured because they're lending out a lot less than the full value of the house. So credit unions in Brandon accept this equity down payment. So you do not need a cash down payment to buy a STEPP home. So that's what we've done. We've lowered the cost of the house and we've provided the down payment by means of equity. Now, because this is community land, this is fundraising, this is provincial dollars, all that kind of stuff, this is all community investment. So what we do as an agency is we register a second mortgage against this other $50,000. But the difference here is that even though it's a second mortgage, you don't make any payments on the second mortgage and you're not charged any interest on the second mortgage. All you have to worry about is paying this $50,000 to the credit union. That's all you have to do. This is just registered against the title. So, now, I'll show you what happened. Are there any questions before I continue? Okay, we'll continue. Now, I'll show you what happens in 10 years. So in 10 years, the markets go up. So, say for example, in 10 years, you decide to sell the home. Now, but you are not forced to sell the home. You can live in this home 10, 20, 30, 40 years, as long as you are living in the home. You can never rent it out, and you can never gift it as part of an inheritance. So as long as you're living in the home, it's your home. Okay? So, now, say for example, you decide to sell the house after 10 years. So this is what would happen. The markets have gone up. Housing markets, housing values always generally go up. So what would happen in this case, you end up selling the house at full market value. So you sell it completely at full market value. So because you paid for half the house, CMHA provided the other 50%. What we do as an agency is you pay us back half of what the market went up, you keep half of what the market went up. And because you sold the house for full market value, now you have all this cash. So all this money that you did not pay to anyone at the start comes back to us as an agency. Now here, this was your original mortgage. Say it was a 20-year mortgage, you paid half of it. So half of it you pay to the Crocus Credit Union, and that's done. The other half is what you've paid down. Plus, you've got whatever the market went up. So that's what you keep. That would provide you the down payment to go ahead and purchase a house in the regular marketplace. Or you can use that money for anything. You could use it for buying a car, a truck, education, anything. So, and in this model for the homes that we are talking about right now, in 10 years, this would be worth $85,000 at least, is what that would be worth. So if you bought this home and sold it in 10 years, you would be pocketing approximately $85,000. Now, so this is your money. Now this is what we as an agency do. Because we get this money back, we want to help the next family. So before, land and services cost $2, so we go out and we purchase land and services. So we buy 2 lots of land. but the cost of land has gone up. So remember, we got a portion of what the market went up. So that's how we are able to go ahead and buy more land, build more houses, and help more people. And that's basically it in a nutshell.